Well, hello friends. Today we are going to work on a bug, and we are going to pick from the latest ones here. Let's just pick GUI shutdown confirmation. When shutting down the Serenity via the menu in the top left of the desktop, the user should be asked to confirm before shutdown actually happens. Now, I think that makes perfect sense. I'll show you what happens right now if you try to shut down the system. It will very unceremoniously, boom, like that. And that's probably not the nicest experience, right? If you hit it by accident, for instance. So we should definitely have a confirmation dialog of some type. Now, there's one complication about this, which is that menu that you see up here in the top left, it exists in the Windows Server process. And the Windows Server process has limited access to graphics primitives, shall we say. So the Windows Server runs at a lower level than the GUI library. So it doesn't have stuff like toolbars and status bars and scroll bars and you know, stuff like that. It doesn't have that. It has draw text, draw rectangle, draw line, you know, bitmap. So we're gonna have to do something to avoid having to do this in the Windows Server, I think. And the easiest way is probably to just make a separate program that is spawned when you click here. And then that program will present like a little dialog box that says, hey, are you sure that you want to shut down? Something like that. So let's just make the easiest or simplest possible version of that. And I guess we can make a new app for this, so we can call it something like applications. Maybe it would be useful actually to have an application that can ask different sort of system related questions, actually, like a system dialog app, because then we could pop that up in other cases too, like you know, for authentication, things like that. So let's system dialog. I think that would make sense. Let's start with that. And I don't know, maybe it would make sense for this to be like a server that you ask to show a dialog or something, but right now let's just build it as an application, and then we can figure out other stuff later. So let's just go there, and obviously we have nothing here yet. So we are just gonna grab some stuff. We'll grab from the About app. We'll just grab everything from the About app and start with that. Let's see, and then here we will just say system dialog, and then I think, oh, actually no, we have to edit a few more files. Build root file system. Just have to tell it to install this application. So that would be applications system dialog, okay. And I guess we can make a little alias for it. I like to make these little aliases, oops, SD, just for use while I'm developing these things. Eventually, these are meant to go away. They're just shortcuts that we can use during development. Because otherwise we would be like taking up all that valuable 2-letter namespace with just shortcuts to other apps. And I also want to make all. So here we're just going to add system dialog to the list. And I think that we are ready to open up system dialog /main. Cool. Okay, so you go away and you do a full build in the background. Okay. By the way, I should apologize for the audio in the last week. I got my settings all screwed up after upgrading my Ubuntu, and then I recorded a couple of videos before realizing that everything was set the wrong way. So hopefully now things are back to normal. Okay, so about Serenity. Here we are gonna, I guess, take some arguments. So let's say, I mean, right now we only have to support one type. So we'll say RC is not 1, or 2 rather. Usage, system dialog, type, I guess. Return 0, that's okay. And we definitely need dio. Don't need that. I mean, we can keep that for now, actually. It doesn't matter so much. Okay, and then here we will say if argc argv1 string of that equals shutdown. Okay, then I guess dialog type can do something like this. We'll say enum dialog, or no, we'll do function. Let's do freestanding function for this. So static void run shutdown dialog. Okay, and we'll do return run shutdown dialog. Cool. Printf unknown dialog type. Or let's just say unknown argument. This is not the most important thing in the world, what the error message looks like here, but we are still gonna just do that and return 1. Okay, now all this gunk here, we're gonna move that down into a special function that we are about to create called run shutdown dialog. And actually you can come with me down here. Oh yeah, and this should be an int actually, because then we can just return from it and that will be passed through straight to main. I think that this is okay. I mean, this is a little bit, it's getting a little bit weird now with passing all of this stuff around, but I guess it's not, that's okay. We can do it this way. Okay, yeah. Stop saying okay so much. Okay. Confirm shutdown. We'll make that be the title, and then we will say what should the text be? Or actually, in fact, we don't even need to do this. We can just use a ready-made dialog. Don't we have a G input something, G message box? We should just use a G message box instead of creating our own thing. What was I even thinking? So that would just be a G message box. Confirm dialog, or no, let's just call it box. And what do we pass to him? Okay, confirm shutdown. Or no, that should be the title actually. Are you sure? Want to shut down the computer? Or wait, what's a nice thing to ask? Shut down the computer? Shut down the computer, shut down Serenity. Okay, and what else can we please get a list of arguments? Why are you not giving me the list of arguments? I don't remember what there was. The type and the parent. Okay, and then we just have information warning and error. But I would like to have like a yes/no option. So we should probably allow you to specify that. Okay. So let's extend this with some options for that. So we'll do something like input options, none, I guess we can say. Okay, and then enum class input options, or say input type. Okay, input type none. Then we will provide none and yes, no. Maybe yes, no, cancel. Because here we had exec okay, exec cancel, exec aborted. So I guess we can have exec yes and exec no. I don't know why I'm numbering all of these. It's not like it matters. I can just do that. I guess exec yes is the same as exec okay, actually. But no, let's distinguish everything here. So, okay. Right, so we pass the input type and then let's store that here. So input type none, that's okay. And then, oh, there's a thingy for this here as well. So we should definitely be setting that up there. Okay, let's go and implement this, or like, let's go and handle this here in the constructor so that we don't forget. So that would be input type. Okay, and then there are a few users of this that we have to update for the new signature, but it's not so much, not so many places that use this actually. So currently we only have the one layout that puts the OK button. So we're gonna do the, maybe we should simplify in this actually and say OK cancel. Let's only have none or OK cancel. Because yeah, none is actually really okay. So let's call that OK. And then OK cancel. Yeah. All right, we're getting there slowly. Set text should be okay or okay. This is, maybe we'll go with okay with a lowercase k like that. It's kind of neat. All right, stop it with the unimportant decisions. So does this stuff build that we changed so far? I guess we have to actually update some clients of this. So here's one where we are passing, we now need to pass G message box, input type, okay. And we just have to make sure that we pass that in a few more places. Here and here and here. All right, we have to pass it in a whole bunch of places, but it's okay. Because we just need to copy paste. Add yes, no message box. Okay, well, we're adding that, but actually handle okay, cancel result. Message box. Okay, and then here, and finally not here. Okay, so are we good? Hopefully we are somewhat good. There we were not good. No matching call for gmessage box show. All right. Where? Main CPP. Oh, did I forget this one? No, I didn't. 100? What's wrong with that? Did I just forget to save? Maybe I just forgot to save. Yeah, that was it. Okay. And then in paint a brush main show. No, that's not where we are. G message box. Oh, right here. All right, come on now. We got stuff to do. System dialog. Well, now or at least where we want to be. We are where we want to be here. So all we got to do at this point is to just run this guy, I guess. How do we do this? Let's see. G message box type. Warning. G message box input type. Okay, cancel. Yep, that's all we have. Then let's say auto result is box exec. Unused variable. Yeah, okay, sure. G message box. Exec. Okay. Oh. Should I have kept it okay? Damn it. No, I'm not sure anymore. No, let's go with okay like this. It's cute. Now I have to change that in a million places too. Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, let's just not touch it right now. Okay. Then we just say okay. Cancel. All right. Let's check this out. And I guess we can just run the thing here and see how it looks. It's called SD, shutdown. So this is what we'll be presented with. I mean, of course, it's not going to do anything right now. So this will tell us, okay, but we don't have a cancel option. And also the thing doesn't go away. So that's not very good. Why doesn't it go away? Okay. G dialog exec. Okay, so let's go look in G message box. Okay button clicked. Then we invoke. I mean, here's the onClick handler for that button. And we clearly got this message here many, many times. And then we call done. And if there is no event loop, then we just return. Otherwise, we say quit event loop with result. So that's what we do here. And then event loop return with result. That's here. So we're returning from that event loop. But why don't we get rid of the dialog? Why don't we close the window? Oh shit! Yeah. Right, because it doesn't go away because it's on the stack here. So it will just stick around. But what we should really do is that when we exit exec, all right, because we end up here and then we just wait in here forever, waiting for some new event to happen. So what we should do is in exec, we should make sure that we close when we're done. So the easiest way to do that is probably to just call close. So this will be a call to G window close, which will actually we can do that after we quit the event loop, because first we make an internal event loop, or like a nested event loop that's for this dialog, and then when the dialog is finished, then we kill that event loop, and then this means that we will post a close event to the or it doesn't actually post a close event, but like conceptually it does, and maybe it should, but we will close in the outer event loop context, if that makes sense. So let's see how that turns out. SB shutdown. Oh shit. Oh, that was weird. SD. What is SB even? Is that a thing? Okay, I'm confused. I don't remember what SB is, if anything. Wait, is that the message we get when something doesn't exist? Yeah, okay, so we gotta fix that and have a nicer message for a file not found. Anyways, so this is that. Then we close it, but then we get some kind of atrocious assertion in free, so something here is not right. So we call close, and then we do a delete later if should destroy on close, which is default true. Oh, but this one is complicated because it's on the stack. Wow, I've just been talking today about making all the libgui object graph and like everything, basically everything that I have from C object. I want to make it ref counted rather than just being like a naked pointers that own each other through a tree structure. I'm gonna make these ref counted, but that's like a pretty big refactoring to support that. So I'm gonna do that. Definitely not in a video because it's going to be long and boring, but it would have been nice now because then I wouldn't have to worry about this call to close here causing the message box to be deleted, which is the default behavior. So I don't want that. So I'm going to cheap out here and do this. Just put this in a scope. It is very cheap, but it will mean that this thing here will be naturally cleaned up by the magic of a C++ before we actually call app exec. So let's just confirm that I'm right about that. Shutdown. And oops. Okay. Yeah, so now everything's good. Fine. Let's see. Okay, so if it says okay, then I guess system, we can just do it this way right now. Bin shutdown. Is that how we do it? Shutdown CPP. Shutdown -n. That'll kill everything. So like that. Okay, and if we cancel, then we just do, I guess we can just say like return 0. Yep, I think that's fine. Okay, now we gotta actually make something happen that would cause the cancel to be returned. So in message box build, this is where we construct the UI for the message box. Down here, we make a button, as you can see. So let's see, what's the layout for the message box? It's a box layout that's vertical. Has 15 pixels of spacing in between each vertical entry. And then, so the first thing is we make a message container, which is a horizontally laid out widget that has optionally an icon on the left here, and then the message on the right. And then under that we do the buttons. Okay, so let's do a button container. New gwidget, and we will give him a layout that is a horizontal layout. So I'll make gbox layout orientation horizontal. And then on that layout, we can say that spacing is going to be 8 pixels. Is that good? Maybe 5. That's how much space between widgets. I think that's okay. And then we can just go ahead and add the OK button to the container like this. And then here we shouldn't return 0, but rather what we should return is gdialog exec OK. Okay, and then let's see. Then this thing should be, let's just rename that to OK button, and then if I mean, right now we always have the OK button, so should include OK button. We can do that. All right, and then let's make a little helper here. So bool should include OK button. And we can also have one for cancel. Message should include OK button. Return and type. Oh, and input type is input type OK, or input type OK cancel. So I mean, right now this is in all cases, but then in the future we'll add more of these. So in this case, we should only say yes if it's an OK cancel dialog. Probably we want to have some custom button texts and whatever, but not right now. Okay, so then here we will, I guess, do the same thing, but slightly differently. So this will instead be cancel button, and the text will say cancel. This will be a cancel button clicked, and it's exec cancel instead. So it's very, very similar to what we had above. But let's see how this turns out in practice, because I feel like maybe the buttons are going to be too wide in the case where we have 2 buttons. I'm not sure. We'll see what it feels like. Yeah, they're a little bit on the wide side, and also they're very much to the left. What's up with that? Let's see. So they're going in the button container. The button container is here, and he doesn't have any particular margins, and he's a child of widget, which is this guy, the main widget. Has a vertical layout, and these are his margins. So the G margins are, what's the order? Left, top, right, bottom. So 0 left, 15 top, 0 right, and 15 bottom. So there should be 0 margin on the left and 0 margin on the right. So I'm guessing that this guy here, he's just, oh right, yeah, it's just a right to left layout where everything has a fixed size. That's why we end up with more space on the right side, because it's not centering that. Maybe there should be a way to center that. Currently, the only way to make this centered is to nest them into yet another widget and give that a different layout. But right now we don't really want to do that. So I think maybe what we want to do instead, or is that a bad idea? I can't tell. What if we just let these be auto-sized, and we instead give the button container some margin. So set margins. I guess we can just do the same as the other guy. So it's the G margins. We gotta pass it like this. And we can get rid of their size policy and just let them auto size. Or no, let's keep the vertical size policy because we would want them to be this height because this height looks very nice, but the width we won't mess with. So we just let them fill vertically. I mean horizontally, sorry. We'll fill horizontally means that they will just expand to whatever space is available. And then this means that there will be 5 pixels in between them and 15 on the left and 15 on the right of empty space. Hopefully, I think that would be a pretty decent look, but let's see how that works out in practice. Should probably add layout support to Visual Builder at some point so I don't have to do all this programmatically. Well, it's better, but I feel like that margin thing really did not work out. Did I just... Oh shit. Yeah, right, because that's the wrong order. I just looked up the order. Left first. Left, top, right, bottom. Is it the CSS order? I don't remember. CSS, margin, shorthand. Which one comes first? Top, right, bottom, left. Yeah. Probably I should do it that way because it would be much easier to remember. But not right now. Shut down. Come on, let's do it right this time. All right, now we are looking real snappy, I have to admit. Okay, so what if we click cancel here? Then what happens? Cancel. Cool. And what if we click OK? Shuts down. Amazing. Okay, so now all we have to do is call this guy from the window manager menu. And that would be shut down somewhere here, yeah. So the window manager has a very peculiar menu system that nothing else uses. Or, I mean, actually all the menus are implemented on this, but he has his own little wonky API where you can register a string to show up in the menu, and then you get this magic number back if that string in the menu is chosen. So for shutdown, we get 300 back, which means that we end up down here and we invoke this. So what we should do instead, we shouldn't be using system like I was doing. That was really tacky. So we will do system dialog. System dialog dash shutdown. And then this we will take with us over here. So boom. And we don't need the fork here actually, but we can do it with rc. And then we'll say if rc pair execl exit 1, or return 1 is fine actually. Okay. This is looking kind of neat. I hope this will work. Okay, so if we clickety-clack up here, shut down. No, I don't want to. Wait, oh. Yes, I do want to. How did I do that? I do want to shut down. Beautiful. Okay, so that's great. I think we have a good patch here. So let's do a patch review. So the first thing was that we added that input type to gmessage box. So that's going to pollute this change a bit. Maybe I should have done that in a separate patch actually. I don't have infinity time right now, otherwise I would probably do it in a separate patch, but let's just live with it. So which changes do we actually have here? So I guess we can add the system dialog app by itself. Let's see, does that add cleanly? Makefile main, okay, and then we add make all, add build root file system. Yeah, I think we're good with that. So let's just say system app. Add a new app for system app for new app for showing system dialogs. The basic idea is currently this will be used by the Windows server to show dialogs. Show some dialogs. Since this is needed, since Windows server can't use libGUI and re-implementing message box functionality inside a Windows server would be silly. All right. Oh, actually, I should probably mention the first, the only dialog supported in this initial version is Shutdown. Okay. Oh, I didn't love that period at the end there. Okay. Okay, so let's start at the top. So this is just adding that input type to gmessage box and then updating these different invocations. Blah blah blah. Same here. Okay, now we added exec yes and exec no, so I'm going to get rid of those because we never actually used them. And in fact, I'm going to try to leave this file alone. I think that would be possible. So it looked like that before, right? The gdialog is gone from the diff. That's good. Okay. And oh yeah, so here there was a to-do about adding yes no. So we should yeah, I guess maybe we should keep or we can tweak that to-do a little bit, because now we can give the options, but like we should actually do something with it. Or actually, I didn't change the input type, so I shouldn't do anything with that to-do. Yes, no. Where is that thing? Actually, handle. Here you are. Okay, I just add back that old to-do. And it's just more of updating for input type. Okay, so here's the constructor that takes input type. Cool, and then we have the helpers for should include OK and should include cancel buttons. Down here, we now insert the buttons into a container that I guess we should also look at what happened with the old OK dialog. So maybe an easy way to get that to show up is to make a new directory. No, actually, how the hell do we make that show up? Make a directory somewhere where we can't make one, I guess? In proc, maybe? I mean, I couldn't have made one in slash either. But okay, so this is wide now, and it's a bit overly wide. Very, very wide. But I don't want to solve that right this very moment. So we're just gonna go with this for now. But at least the button works. That's what I wanted to check. Layout be damned. We'll be back here to fix the layout eventually. But not in this video. Okay, so we created this container wrapper now that will contain both the buttons if there are multiple buttons, and lay them out horizontally. So here we saw the case where we only had the OK button, and he filled up all the horizontal space just like we said he should, so can't blame him. And then the text OK. At this point I'm regretting that, so let's go back to OK before I change my mind again. All right, and then OK cancel. Should be like that. Okay, and okay, cancel. I know I'm just going back and forth and it's stupid, but I'm following my heart, damn it. Even though it's a flaky, flaky heart. Okay, so here is the cancel button, and when we get to cancel, then we finish the dialog with exec cancel as the result. Cool. And here we add that input type. Make sure that that is auto formatted. Yes, okay. Here's the helper declarations, the input type member, default to okay. So it looks like that. Yep. And then here in Window Manager, we spawn the system dialog app instead when you activate that menu. Okay, cool. So say servers, Windows Server. We can just do this one separately as its own commit. Windows Server spawn a system dialog when activating the shutdown menu. This allows us to ask the user for confirmation instead of just shutting down the system abruptly. Boom. And then finally, this big thing, lib GUI. Add an input type argument to gMessageBox. Add input types to gMessageBox. Currently, the two available types are gMessageBox input type. Okay. Default input type cancel. Yeah, based on your choice. Dialogues, gMessageBox exec will return exec okay or exec cancel. I guess we can just say this way also. Okay. No, it was nicer to spell it all out. All right. That is cool. So the commits ended up in a little bit backwards order, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Or maybe this is actually the end of the world. It's not right that I'm adding things so that you can't. Because now, like, if you try to build a tree and the wrong, like in between here, like if you check out this revision here and you try to build, then it won't work. So we should really do the system dialog. Let's see, we should add this thing first, and then add the new app, and then do the Windows Server change. Yeah, okay. Oh shit. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't want to deal with this. Or what was the big deal? No. I'm too tired and I don't have enough time to deal with you right now, Git. So fine, fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it with a little thing like that. I think it's okay. Normally, if this were like Subversion, I wouldn't do this, but since it's Git and I can push everything in one atomic go, I'm gonna allow myself to do this, but it is itching me. Anyways, all right, let's just see this one more time. Because I would like to look at it. Shutdown. No, wait. Yes. Cool. Okay, so I think this is going to be it for today's video. So if you made it this far, then I thank you for watching and for coming here and hanging out with me while I continue to work on this operating system. And I want you to know that I really appreciate you all hanging out, because this is so much fun to do, and it's so cool that you are all here to do experience this with me. I know maybe that seems weird, but it really adds so much to the experience. So thank you, and have a good day, and I'll see you next time.